Hello and welcome to the Bite Size Manga Podcast. This week I'm joined by Ryu, the Narcolective,
Yes.
Hunt, the Snow Slider,
Hello.
and I am your host, man. As always, we're here this week to talk about Dragon Ball chapters 101 to 110. I actually want to try something different this week.
Oh boy.
We yap a lot during the episode. We diverge a lot. So, before we dive into the chapters this week, I thought maybe we could just pre-yap a bit.
I don't know if this is gonna help that much, but you can.
Yeah, we can hope that this cleans up the yapping.
Yeah, at least
But,
Okay.
it's good to do it for this batch of chapters because this was a whole lot of nothing burger. So
whole lot of nothing
It was
burger.
just fighting, and I mean, there were some cool things that were revealed, but mostly
nice
just.
moments. But yeah,
Yeah, like we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's first, just check in with each other as men.
as men.
What's up,
as
Leo?
brothers.
As brothers,
I'm good.
as brothers in arms.
Yeah,
Been good.
I just
Awesome.
Worked a bit.
yeah.
How's the Snow Slider doing? Like you.
I did.
I love these nicknames. I love that. Like every time I was like little peek around the curtain, we always talk. Just like we always yap before the yapping.
Usually.
We have to spend time setting stuff up, of course. And every time I'm just sitting here waiting until there's something I can use as a joke in the intro. I always write these 5 minutes before we go on.
Even the narcoleptic, right? I set to bed early. Like I slept today, I slept 12 hours. I went to bed at 2 a.m. Woke up at 2 p.m. And Ben was like, I just yawned. I was like, man, I'm tired. How can I be tired? I slept for 8 hours. And then Ben used that as narcoleptic.
And then literally after that, I just went, really not that.
Narcoleptic, got it.
And then for you, I was at it anyway, and I knew you already said that you were walking home and hoping you don't fall on any ice because Norway be cold and icy. I was just like,
Yeah.
just add that, we're good. I have for some of the other ones, I still have them. I think
You
we
have backups ready.
the manga bibliographer we used at some point. That was literally just because you picked up your Naruto manga when we were talking. I was like, yeah, that's good.
That's fun.
Literally, Ryu zoned out whilst we were talking at some point, and that's how we got Ryu Focus manifested as his intro that week.
Oh, you should have one for our. Also, you introduce our recording guy.
You should.
That's at the end of the episode. But you know what? Now that we're talking about it anyway, you might have noticed in last week's episode that we had a little bit more of a different setup. We had obviously you can see it now all around us. We have little nice outlines, borders. We have the backgrounds and
the tags in that corner.
Tags. If the video is flipped for him, you're cooked.
I expressly went to the other corner. I pointed the correct corner.
I realized that doesn't work because I see your camera flipped as well. Then
yeah, it's the bottom left corner, which for me I'm pointing to my bottom right. But yeah.
Yeah, but you see all these name tags, you see the backgrounds, you see the cameras, POV is changing. That's because we have our friend Koala here to do some producing, do the camera switching, and hopefully make the podcast a better viewing and listening experience.
We hope so. We definitely do.
I think he refuses to speak. I think that's just.
I mean, you can't hear him anyway. So
in the background,
that is.
He's the ghost that's controlling us.
There you go.
So they can't hear you.
Does that?
No, they couldn't hear him.
That's
Okay.
crazy. Does that?
So sometimes we just have our consciousness talking to us, and
We all three of us just stop and we hear a voice.
the voice.
Oh, louder! Oh. So wait,
Yeah.
does that mean you need to get nicknames for him too, or is that?
Oh God,
Oh, boy.
Do I have to?
I don't know. I don't feel like.
I'm not gonna introduce him at the start of every episode.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is
no.
true.
I forgot last week because it was the first week that we had him, but but I was gonna give him a little shout out at the end of episodes. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, his name is always in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't checked out the description, in there you have all of our channels. These guys don't really do anything with them, but if they ever do,
I might.
they're there. And for me, I have too many channels, so just
That's
They're all
the
in there as well, but
I'm compensating for them. Don't worry. Like I got you. I got you guys.
yeah. He's
All the videos they don't make, I make.
he makes more of them. Yeah.
Yes. Even though we have not had like a video up on the main channel in like this
In a
in
while,
2024
yeah.
yet.
that is true.
But I have a meeting with my editor right after this, so fucking watch out, boys. We're coming here.
Good shit. It's coming.
It's coming. Okay, so like the pre-yap, it like we were throwing around the fucking thing because we kind of just wanted to talk about basketball. That was literally it.
So what we just had, was that a pre-yap, or like,
The
or was that,
pre-yap.
or was that the
Pre-yap. Now we're pre-yap, and in a sec we'll do yap.
yeah?
Yeah.
This is the this episode is fantastic. I love this.
Yeah.
I love
The episode.
the yap episode. Oh,
That's
shit.
great. That should be the title.
That's phenomenal. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Got it. Easy. Done. That's
we
it.
had our milestone episode last week. Now we have the episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a reward for getting over 100 chapters.
Now we get to talk about basketball instead.
That's your award. You can talk about basketball now.
Okay, cool. So what? Like the question is, what to talk about with basketball? So much stuff to talk about.
Talk about your hate for Embiid.
Foul merchant. He's a foul merchant. That's all it is.
For a second, I thought
The
you
bird?
For a second, I thought you said he's a foul person. And I'm like, that's a double meaning right there.
No, also like that's slander. Like I don't look. I don't know the guy personally. How am I supposed to know? I haven't heard that.
He hates. He doesn't slander. It's a difference.
Yeah, I'm just a hater, bro. Like look. Well, you guys might think, oh, he's just like this with manga. Nah, I hate. That's my entire life. I hate.
Yeah, he's the hater.
I am the hater.
Exactly. When you picture hater, he should be the one that comes to mind.
I am in the dictionary as hater.
Yeah,
Mind bubble.
Professional hater, actually. That's
like yes, I get paid to hate. That's why I'm here right now. These guys paid me. Now I'm here to hate.
Mm-hmm.
I paid him yesterday, actually.
All right, you know. All right. Yeah. Anyways, so I don't want to get into the Embiid stuff too much because like I feel like it's also like I don't know how much we joked about it, but I don't know how much the Dragon Ball fandom like overlaps with basketball. So like,
yeah, I have no clue really.
I know a lot of like people who like basketball. They also like Dragon Ball, but I don't know how all the way around it. Yeah. Like could you be yes, Hut. We can.
I'm just saying.
This is like, you know, like I'll go quickly into the Embiid stuff. He's a great player. He like obviously, you know, he's won an MVP. He's looking at the second one right now. If he meets the requirements, but look, all I'm saying is just that, you know, you see how many free throws he gets. He's one of the biggest guys in the league. He has the most like strength in the league, and he's flopping around like a fucking 19-year-old 6'7" guard. Stop it, bro. Chill. Have some self-respect.
Then I have something. We always talk about how Wemby is better than Chet, right?
Yeah, we do.
What are some things you
think he's not? Stop fucking dreaming. Stop coping.
It's cope. But what do you think Chet is better than Wemby at?
I think like that's a tough question because obviously like they are pretty close. But like Wemby just has like a bit more like the
natural. I don't know.
I think he's just advancing at a faster rate. I think he's obviously like both are insane like caliber defenders. You know, I think maybe if there's anything, I think maybe Chet's like a better facilitator on offense. Because you know we don't see Wemby being much of like. I mean, he started to get more into like the passes. Like he started to like throw better passes recently.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Chet might still be better than him. This might be a little bit biased because like we've seen.
There's probably some bias there.
Yeah, because recency bias. Because like we've seen Wemby only do it recently longer. I don't think like.
Yeah,
But then
but
again, I don't remember many of like Chet's like passing highlights. So maybe I'm just thinking like Wemby's done this recently. I know Chet's a really well-rounded player already. So like maybe he's just like maybe just that he can do that whilst not like remembering that he's done that in the past.
Yeah.
But I
I feel
think
like
yeah.
I feel like Chet also has more opportunities to pass than Wemby because Wemby usually is the one that gets passed to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the team environment. That's the team environment as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like helps in their favor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
because
being said, I'm a hardcore hater. I love the Thunder right now. OKC is it's a super fun team to watch. I think honestly, like if you're like not into basketball and you want to check out a couple games, I'd recommend the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their games are always super fun and interesting, super dynamic to watch. Their ball movement is phenomenal. They have so many like players that just like do fun, interesting plays. Of course, Chet is one of them. Like he's really big. He can shoot. He gets into the paint. He's a great defender. They have Shea, of course. Like he's in the conversation for MVP right now. Like that's how good he is. And then you have like so many other players around them. J Dub's made a big leap. Pretty cool shit. Yeah, like if you're not into basketball and you hear shit, just look up like Oklahoma City Thunder games or like highlights. And just watch a couple. Like this is fun to watch.
Just a big ad for basketball this episode.
Yes, we look. We want to talk about. Look, we have the pre-app. The pre-app can be whatever we want. We'll talk about Dragon Ball in a bit.
listen,
And right now, that's
True.
basketball because like we've been getting into basketball.
Yeah, this week specifically, like it's been
Listen.
massive on basketball.
Yeah, I love Dragon Ball, right? Dragon Ball, special place in my heart, right? But basketball, I just need to get that out of my system.
Basketball, bigger place in this heart.
We love balls specifically. The dragon variant and the basket variant.
Maybe that's why I like them both.
Punch just into orange balls.
True.
I have some in my room.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That is the best way I could have put that. Oh my god.
That's wild.
This week's just been like a basketball filled week because like I keep like sending and like talking to everybody about basketball anyway, so I just decided to say fuck it, we'll just make a group chat, have everything in there so we can just talk about it and like send links and links and shorts. I'm still convinced like that the click rate for the shorts is so much higher than when I send bigger videos.
It is. It's true. Like I saw a big video. I was at work yesterday. I saw a big video. Like nah. I didn't even. I clicked it. I was like, nah. I'm not watching that.
Like the fucked up part about that is I literally like I made sure that it was like a timestamp so it only had like the little bit of section that I wanted to talk about.
Still
And
didn't watch.
like fuck it. Nah, I'm good.
To be fair, I only had like a 30-minute break, so I'm not gonna watch like even then. Like I thought it was like longer. Like hell no.
We still haven't watched it. This was yesterday, man.
Nope. To be fair, I slept half the day today, so.
That's true. Like I don't know what the fuck you're doing, man. I gotta be honest. I don't know what the fuck this is. I can't do
You
this.
think I know what the fuck I'm doing?
I don't think I've ever slept 12 hours in my life.
Okay, I'll sleep like straight 12. I wake up at like 7, and I'm like no, and then I fall back asleep for like 3 or 2 hours, and then I wake up again. I'm like no, and then I eventually just made it to like 2
Best I've
p.m.
ever done is 11.
Best I've done is probably 13.
And
While
that was like blackout drunk for me.
I was just tired, I think, because I was up for a long time and I was busy with. I did a lot of school during that time as well, so I was very tired and I slept for 13 hours.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I usually don't sleep this long into like on Sundays. On Sundays I do sleep longer, but again, it's not like it's one continuous. I wake up in between a little bit and wait for like 1 or 2 minutes and I fall back asleep. It's never like one massive like just I fall asleep and then wake up 12 hours straight, like without any breaks in between, which I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to remember if I even woke up in my bed when I was that blackout drunk.
You woke up on the floor.
I know. I think I woke up, man. I just remember that I had like friends over and they were gone when I woke up. So I just had to check my phone. Like, what the fuck happened?
Where the fuck did everyone go?
Yeah, and like because I told them to wake me up when they left because like they slept over, and then like I just like my phone was literally on 1%, and like it was super bright outside, and like and like there was light coming through the curtains as well because they weren't like well done.
Yeah.
And then like 1% on my phone, I just check it. I was just like, it's super dark, and I'm like, I was just like, oh, I had to leave, had work. I'm like, okay,
I
bet.
Yeah.
It's always like
Happens.
like have you ever been blackout drunk?
I've gotten closer. I've gone like very drunk and had like somehow I don't fully remember. Like I just like I remember parts of bits of the night. I woke up the next morning and I was like, what did I do yesterday night? And then I retraced my steps and then I somehow remembered everything again because I retraced it.
No, I think that still counts.
That still counts?
First of all, that's the plot of the Hangover movie. Second of all,
I haven't seen it.
That is true.
Second of all, like I've had that too, where like I got blackout drunk and I don't remember, but then like for example, people tell me stories. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I do remember that now. Like it unlocks parts of your memory.
I mean, I didn't have to like. I was like, how the fuck did I get home? No, that was mostly it. And then I like, oh yeah, we stopped at like the station and then we continued. And I like went like beside the road and I like puked up a bit.
Like there's increasing amounts of like intensity of like how much effort you have to put in to like remember.
Yeah, I think it was like just like maybe just qualifying as blackout drunk then, like just on the edge of it.
You know what?
Like, again, I feel like there's like levels to it. And I think
yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're in the scale of blackout. You just
it's like a scale, and like this is like just drunk, and then like there's blackout. I just got here, and then like that's how it.
Like you got into the area.
Yeah.
Like it terrifies me to like be so drunk that I don't remember what happened the day before.
It's fun.
It really depends because I've been blackout drunk and it didn't end well, and I've been blackout drunk where it ended fine.
It depends, like who you do, when it happens, or how.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine you're
fucking funny.
You're blackout drunk at someone else's house, then you wake up and you're home. Like that, I feel like that.
Has mankind not dreamed of teleportation in the past?
Multiple times.
We have it in our palm of our hand, and we just have to seize it.
Just do hard drugs or drink like.
The hard drugs, you're tripping. You're getting it straight to the hospital.
Yeah, that's bad idea.
Yeah.
Technically, alcohol also counts, but like whatever.
Technically, alcohol's also a hard drug. Anyway,
yeah,
it's a legal hard drug.
Yeah. Alcohol is technically poison.
Okay, but so is pepper. So are peppers.
Peppers aren't poison. They just attack. Like the reason you feel like tingling feeling in your tongue is because the pain receptors
from plants to stop people, stop animals from eating it.
And we seek it out.
I like the pain.
And I don't eat peppers, so
I eat them a lot. I like them.
Not really.
That's weird.
I like pain. Anyway.
That's separate from this entire conversation.
That was not about the peppers.
You just said that. You just said that out of pocket.
That's out of pocket, man.
Random. That was too random.
Alright, should we get into...
Should we start getting into the chapters?
Yeah, we've yapped, we've pre-yapped, we've pre-yapped. Let's get the yapping.
Let's get to actual yapping.
Let's get to the good yap.
Anyone want to start it off?
Well, of course, we start at the fighting, the Yamcha with like just in the ring still.
Yep.
And then
Ring of Death.
We got of course the Ring of Death, and we get
then we go to the Devil's Toilet.
Yeah, well, then
we go to the Devil's Toilet. But one thing they'd say before this is that Motoroshi is the brother of Baba.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Baba's his sister. Just funny.
Funny, it's just like whatever.
It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, cool detail. Just
I still remembered this from like when I first watched it, so I was like, yeah, I know this is gonna happen. That's why last week when like they got Roshi, it was like, I guess he's here for that reveal, but like,
yeah, I think like he didn't do anything else. Like in the even in the Devil's Toilet fights, like, oh, Goku is fucking strong, but besides like just glazing up Goku, he didn't say much else.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
genuinely,
some Dragon Ball fans do it.
True.
There is a reason everyone gives me the Gok 9000. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's wild.
Look, are you really a Dragon Ball fan if you don't suck off Goku every once in a while?
No. See, that's why That's why I say Goku solos. I'm just saying. It's factual.
Hunt,
Dragon
get
Ball
that shit
fan.
out of your mouth. We're recording. That's TOS.
Sorry, that was.
Continuing to the Devil's Toilet, Yamcha fights.
Where it happens.
Yamcha fights a roll of toilet paper wrapped around a human, aka a mummy, and loses.
I gotta be honest. Like, yeah, first of all, he loses. He got done dirty. I gotta be honest.
Yep.
And then second of all, like these first 3 fighters, this is just like the Universal Studios tried to launch like the dark cinematic universe with like the Invisible Man, the Mummy, fucking
The vampire.
Yeah, they had a vampire in there as well. Dracula it was in there.
Mhm.
The Frankenstein was gonna be in there. Look, they just did the dark cinematic universe like 40 years before the dark cinematic universe.
Exactly.
Oh, so it flopped immediately.
Yes.
Yikes.
Anyway. Also, I liked in the anime version. I feel like the anime improves a lot of what the manga does in the.
I think like in the early chapters, yeah, because like it does like aid that like fun adventure style.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like
An anime helps with that.
yeah, I feel like it improves in. I feel like the manga is better in Z, but in OG Dragon Ball, definitely I prefer the anime. Also, the music is better, and like in for
I
example,
don't like there is any in manga.
the music is.
Yes, the
great.
music is better.
Hot while reading a manga. Yo, this shit slap!
Stop it,
bro! 5 hours of silence.
Yeah.
Bro's going insane.
Imagine I just play 5 hours of static noise in my headphones while reading.
No, that's what happens when you take a test.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, the music is good in the anime as well.
You know what? Since we don't have much to talk about it, let's get. Oh wait, I think Ryu already listened to the Dragon Ball opening. Didn't
Yeah,
I did.
you
Like one of the
listen to
first
version?
episodes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Sub or
Fuck it. This is an excuse to listen to it again. Let's fucking listen to it.
It's
Fuck
great.
it.
Let's just listen to it. We can't get to copyright strikes because like quality, we don't have the audio on here, but it's on a different audio track. So excuse to listen to the Dragon Ball intro English. There it is. I already searched for this because this shit's a certified banger, bro.
Yeah.
Waiting
It's
on
just,
link.
Like I also like the opening like card is super good.
Yeah.
You know, iconic, and it's just super fun. I remember when I was watching this as a kid, like when I watched this for the first time as a kid, by the way, like I watched this on like YouTube. Like there were
Is he
episodes
on
on
YouTube?
YouTube.
Oh yeah, early
I
YouTube was
watched
like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
there
was
are
back when YouTube was like that.
There are only 2 series I've watched on YouTube.
I did listen to English, by the way.
No, actually, there's only 1 series I've watched on YouTube. That's Sonic X.
I watched
Sonic
several
X?
like that. No, that I don't think that's an anime, but it's.
But yeah,
But-
you've
but,
also
like-
watched Hajime no Ippo as well.
I watched Hajime no Ippo on YouTube, but like back in the like Dragon Ball was like also one of those series that like people talk about like the Naruto and Bleach like like episodes in 3 parts shit. Dragon Ball was also
Yeah.
on that. Dragon Ball was also
Yeah.
I actually think I've watched Naruto like that as well, or rather, they parts of it before I started the series again. I try, say
yeah, and like Dragon Ball was like that as well, and that's how I watched it for the first time. I remember like at some point like I was watching this playlist right, and like they like they were missing like a part that was like, hey, what the fuck happened? I'm like looking up like what the fuck happened in here?
It's like I'm in the sun. It's
Yeah.
like when you like it's like I had this with I think it was in One Punch Man. There I don't recall the exact spoilers for One Punch Man. When Garo, like the fight with Garo, there's this one panel I distinctly remember where he speaks to Garo in monster form.
Yeah.
Only in like that one house. That got
Yeah.
retconned.
And
And they did it again.
That was so
Mhm.
fucking weird. That was so
Like you read the next chapter, you're like, what the fuck happened? Why are you here
Yeah.
now? What the fuck?
Yeah.
They also retconned. Okay, more spoilers. They also retconned a Atomic Samurai being able to do the instant EI to defeat Black Sperm. They also retconned the Phoenix versus
Good.
the kid.
Emperor.
I forgot this name. Yeah, but they also retconned the Phoenix versus the kid fight as well. They also retconned.
At what point are we gonna start talking about One Punch Man as like a bad series for doing?
Yeah, I don't like the fights are good. It's a good manga,
I mean,
but like still, like the amount of retconning. Now that I think about it, is not that good for it. It's not
to
helping.
be
it.
fair
It does
though,
not help the like reading experience at all.
No, it definitely doesn't.
It's
yeah.
like you get in the situation like you said where it just happened.
For example, the Phoenix versus the kid fight, they they did it. They redid it simply because Murata thought the art wasn't up to snuff. He wanted to do it. He wanted to make it look better. Um, I think they removed Atomic Samurai's EI because it seemed too powerful for him to learn it this early or something.
Yeah, but I don't remember him like that getting fully retconned though,
Think
which is weird.
about
It
that
it
before you
did.
put it in the goddamn chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know your responses yet. I think it like he posted it and then like he got a view of responses of people being like, maybe not that good. Get a reviewer. Get a few reviewers like to do it that way. Like
There is a review thing in like the editorial department. I don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck I don't know. I think it's just like too much. I think they gotta chill.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyways,
also Mummy also did a Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say that as well. But what I was gonna say in the fight in the anime, they made the fight look between the mummy and Yamcha seem harder and more hard fought. And I don't know if this is a good or bad character trait because Yamcha
Harder for Yamcha or harder for the Mummy?
harder for the mummy. Um,
Mm.
And yeah, but Yamcha, once he was like in the chokehold, like there, he still was like attacking the money and like kicking him, saying he wasn't gonna give up regardless. Which I don't know if that was a good or bad thing because it's a good thing to show his resilience, but it's bad because he's risking his life for knowing the location of the Dragon Balls. So I feel it
to
was.
be fair,
Yeah.
the Dragon Balls can fix that problem if it arises.
I mean, I
Not
know
only just the Dragon
because
Balls.
then they'd have to wait a year because their main goal this time was to revive Upa's dad.
I guess.
Yeah. I'm
And
curious about one
also
thing
we'll
though.
be told why that won't work. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, that. Okay, so like after that whole mummy fight, right? We get to like then Yamcha's like, alright, I couldn't beat him. Goku, you him. Goku one punches him. One punch to the gut, he's down. Just
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, like this is one of the reasons why I don't have a lot to say this week because I've harped on about this a lot already. You know exactly. What I want to like complain about.
I saw it like, okay, wow. And then, like I kind of agree with you, but I was like, okay, like this hasn't gone too far. This is too far. Just one punch and dead. Like what's this? One Punch Man? Cool callback.
Look,
But I was
we're
generally
still
like,
on topic, but we're still on topic.
Yeah.
yeah, but like I don't know. Yeah, that was really weird to me.
Yeah,
I feel like
like what I had is just like it's a super minor villain. I guess whatever. Yes, it
I
diminishes.
mean, he wasn't as strong as like the devil that came on later, anyway, right? Like the devil that later,
Yeah.
the fourth fighter.
Yes,
I
it
forgot his
diminishes
name.
Yamcha's role in the story, and Yamcha's used once again to like make a villain look more intimidating, or like side characters used in that way.
Yeah.
It's like at this point, it's starting to become a pattern. It's not a good pattern. It's a very bad pattern, in fact. But I don't want to spend nearly as much time like talking about it like I've done in past episodes. Like I've talked about it. I've talked about it extensively. We know what the problem is. I think if I
Yeah.
just keep rehashing the same points of like, you know, complaining, then it's not going to be interesting. So whenever it happens, I'll mention it briefly and then we can move on.
Yeah.
Because I do want to point out when it happens, but we don't have to like go super into it. Like really, like you, this is one where you also like realize that. How did you?
Like the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like it either. Because I feel like it's easier to miss when you're breezing through the series. But when we're limited to 10 chapters, I feel like it's a lot more noticeable and it's more annoying.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
feel I feel like I know what you're talking about because it feels like a lot more. It feels like a lot more screen time is being used up on this.
Yeah, so I feel like it would have been I would have found it a lot less annoying if we did like arcs, if it was like the whole like arcs. But
Yeah,
when it's like 10 chapters, it kind of becomes a lot, you know.
Yeah, true. Like especially like when it's like from like it could be like you say with the 10 chapters, like you have like for a feeling like you have Yamcha fight I think like 2 chapters, and then like even Goku's chapter where he beats, it's like still like half the chapter is him punching him like once. The mummy says, "Oh, even in that stance, him just like standing in T pose, he has no openings, like that kind of thing." That's a cool conversation, but like, it's Goku, of course not. Like, yeah, like it's weird how they like spend like half a chapter on just like basically like saying, "Oh yeah, Goku, he's fine, he's good, he's
I
very
think
strong for
I
a kid."
think it's kind of like ironic because like Dragon Ball's renowned for its paneling. We haven't talked about it that much, but this is definitely like a paneling. I don't want to say problem. I think it's a paneling side effect
Yeah,
of the paneling that is used because a lot of panel space is used for action, right? Like probably more like panel spaces than any other like shonen that I've read. Um, and that results in small moments like those taking up a lot more screen time. And yeah, like that means that this flaw that the author has a lot more noticeable because a lot more screen time is being used on it. Like I think if this was some like a different series, a lot less time would be spent on like the main character still gets gassed up in plenty of other series, but
yeah, exactly.
they're quicker moments because there's a lot less time for like it's still plenty of like panel time that's spent on it, and the fights still take up plenty of time in other shows. But Dragon Ball like definitely gives this the most space to breathe. That's also why this becomes the most noticeable in this story.
Hmm.
Especially for us because we're reading it in this short
Yeah, so
form.
like and like obviously like the way we've chosen to consume this and talk about this is exacerbating the problem, but that doesn't mean that the problem isn't there.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Like it's not just the fact that we're going through this like 10 chapters at a time. If you think that, then like probably not read Dragon Ball in a long time. But because like it's definitely there. Like it's less noticeable if you don't like if you like binge it. But a lot of things are like that. Like if you like binge something, you're only looking at like the broad strokes. You're only looking at the overarching plot.
The thing with
There's a
binging as
lot
well
less
is
like time for this.
the thing with binging as well is like when you're binging something, you afterwards you tend to forget like half the details. At least that's what I have. When I quickly go through the series, which I did before with, for instance, for JJK, I've forgotten so many like small details and things, which I only start to catch up on again because I'm having like discussions and conversations about the series
Yep.
with people around me, like my friends, and like seeing YouTube shorts about it, seeing YouTube videos about it. That's only in the theories surrounding it, and that's the only time I like get kind of back on what I in my binging missed.
Yeah, I have the exact same thing. I've read JJK twice. I still don't remember any.
That might just be JJK, but it's
I
the
binged
point.
it twice, but like no, but like I had the same thing. With One Piece. One Piece I binged as well,
Yeah,
and like I've watched and read it several times. Um, but like the only time I really started remembering like smaller details, not smaller details, but like smaller things from arcs, was when I started talking about them. Like I didn't even
exactly,
remember some of like the actions of Straw Hat Silk arcs because like I was like, there's so much to fucking remember.
I have that
exactly.
sometimes, but I think it's less because I binged it and probably because it was like that long ago. Since it's like been a while since I first read One Piece or started
What's the
One Piece.
last series you binged?
Last series I binged. Um, Let me think on that
Uh,
for a bit.
we can move on from this point. We'll start thinking about that.
Yep. So Aquaman, clearly based off the devil. At least I assumed since like
Yeah,
the whole like fly wings and trident and whatnot, right?
yeah.
He was strong. He did some stuff.
It's not supposed to be a trident. It's supposed to be a pitchfork.
Really? I might have
I mean, like
seen
it
that.
might be a trident, but like in like classical portrayals, it shouldn't be a trident. It should be.
Oh, in that sense, you meant. Yeah.
Yeah. I look. I don't know if he actually had a trident or not. It's just like we're talking about this stuff. You know, it shouldn't be a trident.
Like
Whether Akira Toriyama did choose to do that or not. Original inspiration.
it has some pointed bit. I could be either one. I perceived it as a trident. Might have been more of a pitchfork design. I couldn't tell.
I mean, like pitchfork that has 4 prongs.
That's three. Trident.
Okay, so it's a trident.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, artistic interpretation.
Didn't know that was a difference. Anyway.
I'm not technically like if you want to be a bitch about it, it's a quadrant, but fuck you, it's a pitchfork.
Yeah,
it's used as a fucking pitchfork. Okay, get on my ass.
Exactly.
I can hear the comments.
I mean, there's probably also 3-pronged pitchforks. Probably. But probably a trident.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did want to say one thing about Eggman. He did the fucking evil explode heart beam thingy with Jiggy.
We've seen it. I read that and I was like, whatever.
I expected nothing from that. I read that
like this is just retreading ground that we've already covered within Nimbus.
Exactly.
Like we're just doing this again.
His Nimbus Cloud Part 2. Like it's good of heart. Like it's pure of heart with Nimbus Cloud, and it's good of heart with this, which is technically different, but in practice almost the same. Like
this is what I read that, and again, like I felt no fear from it because like we've already done this with Nimbus Cloud.
I was like, oh, shivering timbers, woo,
yeah. It's literally just so that like the fucking peanut gallery can have a reaction like, oh my god, he's fine. What?
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
yeah,
shut the fuck up. Like that's actually just a waste of fucking panel space.
Like it was like like when he hit the beam, he had like almost a full page, like of just like the beam.
Yeah, that was just a waste of time. Like
it was a full double spread almost of like just like 5 panels, which is just all him doing the beam.
Yeah,
it's just mental.
I mean, like next thing that I have like written down is just like P-Love is a baller, like he has a Mercedes.
I was gonna say that he just drives a Mercedes, like a wagon.
The is on there.
It's not even like it's like just a circle, just empty. No, it's genuinely just the Mercedes logo. It's genuinely
just vibing their Mercedes, man.
Yeah,
he's rich, also, so that makes sense.
There's something we should probably talk about. Son Gohan.
Yeah.
We should probably talk about that.
I didn't say about the fight.
No, the fight itself was like pretty basic. Gohan was keeping up with Goku, mostly. His Kamehameha was red though. I had the chapter where he did it was color for me, which that was what I found peculiar.
I believe this is. I mean, Hut, you can take this if you want. I'm pretty sure you.
I'm interested to see how you're gonna.
I think we have the same correction. Because it's
the color might be wrong.
So like it's not the actual color. Like it is the actual color that was like released, I think, and then like Hado, correct me if I'm wrong, but like it's not the actual color. Like the chapter was released with these colors. That's correct. But Akira Toriyama, like, and like I mean maybe Jump Editorial. I don't know who chose to do it, but like they have this thing called partial coloring, and full coloring. And partial coloring has like specific colors that they can use to for the coloring. And then full coloring has the proper actual colors that things are canonical.
So like it's only like red, green, and blue, for instance, for like the half coloring. Like they use a few colors.
What they are, but like red is one of them, and so like it looks like Son Gohan has a red Kamehameha, but its actual colors, I think, still.
Okay.
Hut, and otherwise the
color. This is weird because then Goku's was still actually blue, I think. In the I don't remember really, but
technically the official color isn't blue.
Is that the only thing I got wrong? Because then I'm mad that I fucked it up right at the end.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I was this close. I was this close.
It's kinda some Bleach stuff, but not really a spoiler since you know about the Getsuga Tensho, right, Maria? Yeah. It's kind of like how the Getsuga Tensho isn't actually supposed to be blue in the series.
It's gold.
Yeah. So technically the Kamehameha's color is, I believe, when it's been colored, it's been white.
Like a light blue, like edge glow on the white beam in the middle, right? That's how it usually is portrayed.
What did you say?
Like a white beam in the middle, but like a blue like edge glow on the edges, like on the. If I recall correctly, if I've seen parts of the anime.
Yeah, like in the anime, it's like almost completely blue. I think. Well, it's white sometimes
Hmm.
in the inside, but it's like the whole thing is supposed to be white.
Okay, that's weird then.
Uh,
That's just something I
I
noticed.
think it's a nice. I think it's nice that they like change it so it's like officially blue, like serious later on, because it's.
yeah. But like with
Yeah.
the Sun Gohan stuff, like essentially what I just had is just like, when reading it, I was like, it's actually interesting to see Goku cry because like obviously the most play. So seeing
Yeah.
him, showcase emotional vulnerability and all this stuff, it's
The
great.
sadness.
Um, I did put this in asterisks because we don't actually see it. We
See
see him
him
running
cry
up, and then we cut away to
to
like them
Bulma.
looking from a distance, and
And
I'm just
Bulma saying
like,
like,
this feels like it kind of feels like Rooted in the Air as well, as we've covered, but like it also like one of the things that I also have is just complaining about Yamcha's like Yamcha says, "Oh, he's a kid after all," and I'm just like, "Fuck you! This is a
crying is
deceased family member. If
Yeah,
you
I was
saw your
thinking.
you
which
saw
he.
your deceased fucking family member, you got to see them again, you fucking cry too, you heartless
To be
fuck."
fair, he didn't even know he died, right? Like it was just like he was just gone one day.
Now that
Yeah,
I'm
He
but
thinking.
woke.
still,
Oh
like
yeah,
same
Goku.
similar thing, like
He went Big Monkey.
down.
Even Big Monkey, and then also they mentioned that like Gohan was also like, so did he go Big Monkey again? And then Roshi was like, no, after I destroyed the moon. And Goku was like, what?
What happened? Huh?
Huh? Don't worry about it, kid. I that's what the conversation.
But yeah, it's like, look, it's a thing, and like again, like we're just like Goku finally has like an emotional moment, and then we're undercutting it, and then we're like cutting
Yeah.
away from it, and we're doing all these things, and I'm just like, it just seems
Show him cry. Show the tears swelling up.
like
Show
we just
him.
don't want to see Goku show any kind of vulnerability. We don't want to see him emotion. We don't want to see him losing. Like that's like it seems like we're going through so many hoops to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Also, one thing I wanted to say, I thought for like a bit that it might have been just Jackie Chun, which is
Like
actually
the
like a different
real
person.
Jackie Chan.
Yes,
Oh, that's amazing. That's
I would have loved to see
amazing.
that. Like, is it Jack? Like a Buddha was like, it can't be, is it? And then like that voice, like, is it fucking? No way, right? It's Jackie Chun. Shows up out of nowhere, but no.
That would actually be wild.
Do we have
Yeah,
anything else to say?
I mean the whole that Baba can just bring people back from the dead for a day
Yeah,
is wild.
Yeah.
She can just go between the world of the living and the underworld. Just
this seems like a broken ability.
it seems like one, and they never use it again. Probably it's never gonna be mentioned again.
I
Never
mean,
gonna be
yeah,
shown
look,
again.
we thought that about mind reading, and they brought it back.
Are we gonna see it again though? I don't think are gonna see my reading back much.
Who fucking knows?
Hot problem. Smile.
Perhaps I don't know, but yeah, just being able to
Yeah.
bring people back for a day is crazy.
And also, I completely forgot about Pilaf. Like completely.
Yeah, I
Like
remember.
I was like, Goku was realizing like, hey, it's you, and I was like, we've seen this motherfucker before.
I
He's
was
so
like,
forgettable. Look. I know. I remembered where we
I
never saw him
remembered like
before,
more
like,
the cat that he was with, or what the fuck that creature is. Like I remember that more than Pilaf himself.
Hmm.
oh,
I feel like Shu and Mai are more
they
rememberable than
are. They
Pilaf.
are.
Yeah,
They're like
sure, yeah.
they're kind of lovable goons.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just an
And Pilaf
annoying
is
little
just
shit, and I hate him.
it's just like a small man that's just annoying.
And
Just
Pilaf doesn't really have any plans, but when Shu is like, "What's your next plan after taking over the world?" It's like, "Shut up!
It's just
I
like,
told."
fuck you.
look, I'll give Toriyama one thing: he can make very annoying characters, for better or for
True.
worse.
Very annoying characters
Yeah.
are supposed to be
Because one of
annoying.
the characters that I do like is like, you know, it's very like that I'm supposed to like, I don't like, and one of the characters I'm supposed to dislike, I dislike a lot. So
Uh,
look, he's kind of hit and missing,
hmm.
Yeah.
but he can make them very annoying.
That is true.
That's true. That's true.
Uh, I think that's everything.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we're like where we at now, like where the chapters ended. It might be a good thing to maybe mention.
Oh yeah. Also,
The Goku flies up to the Mercedes.
oh,
Yeah, I mean, he
And
fights them. Like, is there anything to
and
say
then he
about
starts to
that?
fight, and the boss, and he just gets the ball, and this where it ends. Like he gets the ball from fighting them, and then
mhm. I just
so it
wanted
might, she's gonna
to.
go fly back, and then it's probably gonna where we're gonna go start next.
I
Oh,
just wanted to mention the spread on chapter 110. I feel like it's nice.
the
Yeah,
spread on chapter 110. I don't know it. I don't.
I didn't
I
really
can
write
I
it.
can send it and
That would be nice. All right, but regardless, I think that's gonna do it for us here. That's it's kind of nice. But that's
It's
gonna
not
do it
that's
for us.
true.
We'll see you guys next week for chapters 111 to 120. Breaking down to 400 chapters remaining for next week.
Yeah,
So yeah, with that, we say goodbye to Hut,
bye bye.
to Ryu.
always narcoleptic.
I've been your host. We'll see you next week.